Hello YouTubers. So I just wanted to speak to you. This video is going to be more me speaking. I'm going to show you clips at the end of the video of another marketplace that I went to and my experience there, and just speak about what the changes are in Ghana at the moment and what I'm really like loving and what I'm really like not loving. So I have to give the government some kind of props, because at the moment there's an initiative that's been put in place that a lot of the shops in Ghana, supermarkets, malls, they've basically stated that if you do not wear a mask, you can't enter. So they've got a slogan, no mask, no entry, which has been fantastic so far, personally, because it's given everybody the chance to really like take this seriously. Also, they've put in place the whole, social distance, the 2 meters distance that you need to have between you and someone else at the malls and some of the shops. So it's really been fantastic, that part. So yesterday I had to go to a roofing company because I'm going to change the roof in our house, and it was really good to see the social distance elements being pushed in there. Before you enter the office, you have to wash your hands with soap and water, running water, and then they've got like a sanitizers for you to use as well. And then you get into the office, and the seating arrangement is fantastic, because you could sit there and then there's this huge space and then someone else sits 2 meters away from you, which is really good. And you have to have your mask on. If you do not have a mask, just go back, because it's written right there, no mask, no entry. So that was really good for me to see. The same with the malls, as I said, the same element, 2 meters distance, no mask, no entry. Some of the pharmacists here, a lot of the pharmacists actually, the same thing, no mask, no entry, wash your hands before you enter. So at the moment, when we're talking about shops and supermarkets and malls, they are definitely following the whole social distance and the process about wearing a mask and basically washing your hands. Drivers in Ghana have been notified, a lot of the drivers actually have been notified to also wear masks. So you see taxi drivers wearing masks. Some of the Uber drivers have even gone to their stream, which is fantastic, because what they've done is they've basically blocked the back of the seat. They've put like this white plastic cover to basically distance them from the passengers, which is really good. When I saw that, I was like, wow, okay, that's a good initiative. So those things have been put in place, and I think when police officers sees you without wearing a mask, they will question you and advise you to wear a mask. So a lot of the drivers always wear masks. You see 1 or 2 that are not following the process, but majority are definitely following the process. So it's really good to see that element of the change that's going on in Ghana. I think the disappointment part for me is the market. So I think it was last week, was it this week? I went to the market. It was actually last week, ending during the weekend. We went to one of the markets in Accra, and they did not actually, there was no social distance. Let me not just make it sound fantastic. It was really bad. The market itself needed to be clean. The location and where people are selling things was really bad, personally. I'm gonna go back again, hopefully this week, and actually do a proper video for you to see what I'm talking about, and put that on this video, so you'll be able to see what I'm trying to say. It is really bad that the market's place have actually fallen back, and everywhere else is actually doing what they're supposed to do. As you saw in my first video, the market was just standard you know, business as usual. People were just doing what they're doing. There was no social distance. They had masks on, but not everybody was wearing their mask, even though they had the mask. And sometimes when you're speaking, I know it's hard to hear with the mask, but it's better because as we speak, we're basically, you know, there's particles of our spits coming out. So it's best for us to basically wear the mask, especially when we're selling food. And some people did not have that. Some people were not wearing gloves, so they were just basically touching the meat and touching the money, and then touching their faces or their mouths. I saw that and I was not really happy about that. But one thing I realized, that everybody didn't want me to film, because they were questioning me when I was filming, because they know that the government have stated that there's supposed to be a social distance process going on, but they were not doing it. So when I was filming, a lot of people were like, are you from a, you know, news you know, company? Are you a reporter? Are you this? Are you that? And I was like, no, I'm not. It's for my YouTube. And then people were like, are you doing social distance? And I was like, what should I say? I was like, no. Because I know if I said yes, it would have been game over. I know Ghana. People are not, like, they don't ramp. So I said, no, I'm just doing a YouTube, you know, my YouTube channel. And then I kept on filming and just kept on walking until they stopped me again. So that is what's happening. And that's the same thing I saw again last week. And I couldn't really film because some people were really, like, you know, not happy for me to film. But I'll try, as I said, I will try again. I think what I would say to the government is they need to really go to the marketplace and see for themselves and see if they can actually put something in place. At least the 2 meters distance should be put in place, or a rotation. I know other parts of Ghana have been doing a rotation of certain people going to the marketplace to sell at certain times. So it's not everybody that's at the marketplace. But in Accra, I don't see that. In Medina, I didn't see that at the other marketplace. I can't remember the name, but I will jot the name. I don't remember seeing that. So I think personally it needs to be put in place, like extremely in place. There's another marketplace that I want to go to, which is Kaneshi Market. The reason why I'm just taking a deep breath is because that marketplace is like crazy. Mokola is where I want to go as well. That's another marketplace that is like, whoo. So those 2 other marketplaces I definitely want to go, and just, you know, give you a hint of what's going on there. But I really, from what I've got from people, family members that have been to those kind of marketplaces, there is no such thing as social distance. But I want to actually prove it myself, so I'm going to film it and then, you know, let you guys see it as well. I have to say, sometimes the filming may not be, you know, cool because of what's going on and people being very, you know, not so comfortable for you to film at the moment. But I will try my best to do so. Apart from that, I just want to give you my little feedback about how I'm finding Ghana. Apart from the whole COVID-19, I love Ghana. It's my home. I have family here. Whenever I'm here for holidays, awesome. I enjoy it, and then I go back. During this COVID-19, I've actually learned a lot about myself in Ghana, and if I can live here eventually. So, yes and no. The reason why I say yes and no is I really don't like light off. I really like it when the electricity gets shut down with no notification, no announcement, nothing. And that's what's been happening. Especially this time, we were told that we're not going to be getting, you know, having light off happening during this COVID-19 pandemic. And basically this morning we had light off. We have light off a lot. Yeah. And I really don't like that. The reason being, I think they need to notify us that there's going to be a light off happening, and then you will be able to prepare yourself. You get out, get yourself ready, and then leave the house. Okay, light off, I'm out. But because there's nowhere to really go at this, point with what's going on, the government stated that there's not going to be a light off. But then we're actually experiencing light off. It's not as bad as what people have said it has been in the past, but it's still basically messing up your whole routine and things like that, and it actually does take a lot of time, especially if you're getting ready to go to work or to go somewhere. And Ghana is not cool, weather-wise. It's hot, okay? The temperatures are just hot. So like 30 something, 33, 35 in the morning is like 30. How you wake up at, let's say, 7 o'clock and it's like 30? Are you being serious? And it's like, it's not sun with wind of some cool breeze, it's just heat. Okay, heat. Come on, really? So when there's light off and you're in your room sleeping, and within like a few 10 minutes you're like, whoo, you're sweating. Yeah, that ain't funny. Come on, man. We need to government, you need to change this process, okay? We how many, like, our independent, we've been independent for how many years? Come on, man. Just change it up. Let's just keep the lights on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. If I'm wrong about that number, I'll put the correction on. But let's change it up. So that has been my only problem, is the light off with no notification. You're sitting here watching TV, light off. Come on. I'm going to show you a clip of me and my bestie. We're going to go, it was actually in December 2019. We were here for Christmas. And as we were going out and we're just getting ready, you see me talking, doing a video, and then next minute, blackout. And you hear me say, oh, okay, that means it was light off. And then the light came back. So we are we're ready for our concert. We are about to go up. Hey. So we are we're ready for our concert. We are about to go up. Hey.